Hello friends, I hope you had a nice one and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Ho Yan. I do videos like this, focusing on self-growth and personal growth and whatever you call it. If you feel like this is something that you are interested in, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. And let's start. So on to the first one is it's a very common topic that every self-help or self-growth YouTuber or creators on this platform will talk about, that is journaling. I used to think of myself as a very unfortunate person. I've been very ungrateful. I complained a lot. So exercise like these reminds me to keep a grateful state of mind. There's two exercises that I'm going to talk about. The first one is to write down 3 things at the end of the day that you are grateful of. And this is a very common exercise to practice gratitude. It forces you kind of to realize, to pay attention to things, little things that you feel grateful of. The second one that I want to talk about is a very less common one, and it's very helpful as well. It's from a book recommended by my favorite all-time favorite YouTuber, Elie Abdal. Check him out if you haven't. And this book is called Storyworthy, and the author is Matthew Dicks. So Matthew Dicks is a storyteller himself. He is a really famous storyteller. I think he didn't start off with storytelling, and he is actually a teacher like me, so it's pretty interesting to read about that. And as Ali has mentioned in one of his videos, this book has changed his life, and he recommends this book to literally everyone. So this is pretty much the first book that I've read from his long recommended books list. And at the end of the day, Matthew always asks himself this question: if I had to tell a 5-minute story on stage about something that happened to me today, what would that be? It's very common for people, for most of us, to think that every day is just the same. When you look back in a year, what did I do? You ask yourself. Okay, maybe you can remember, okay, I did this concert, I did this thing, big event, but you can't really remember details, can you? This exercise, this particular question really helps me and remind me to rethink about my day, like how I spent my day. Are there any moments that I want to record? Are there any precious moments that I loved? So the way to do it is the author and plus Ali, they both have this Excel sheet. They create this Excel file and put the day on one column, and the second column just put a space there, and then you can write about your day. What Matthew suggested is to keep it short and to just write about one particular moment of the day in 1 or 2 sentences, and that's it. You can use phrases, you can use words. It doesn't have to be big events like your sister's getting married, you are getting married even, or your friends, break up. It could be just you walking in the park in autumn and you are watching the leaves falling down, and that reminds you of something really beautiful from your childhood, with your mother, with your father. That could be anything at all. It's very interesting, it's very flexible in a way, and also reminds you how you spent each day. And this exercise literally takes you like 5 minutes maximum per day. For me, I use this little booklet myself because I like writing down stuff for some reasons. As you can see here, I just write down the date here. Sorry, I haven't done this for a long time, but this is really something I want to maintain in long term. Here, I just write the date on the top, and then I just write a few sentences below. Also, by this little booklet, by writing down 1 sentence or 2 each day, then you can have your life recorded down into a single booklet, and you can flip it out when you're old, when you're 50, or you're older, just to time travel back to the day, and then you can really feel your emotion of that moment. And a lot of the times it's those little moments that makes up our life, and we don't even realize. On to the next one, number 2, it's sleeping. Right, this one is really obvious to everyone. Or you might say, oh, everybody knows that having a good sleep is very important for you. But it's very tempting to miss a few hours of sleep just for an extra hour on Netflix or TV or whatever you want to do. And there's actually studies showing that better quality, longer duration, and greater consistency of sleep are strongly associated with better academic performance in college, and also have shown that lack of sleep not only increases fatigue and sleepiness, but also worsens cognitive performance. Furthermore, studies have also found that insufficient sleep increases a person's risk of developing serious medical conditions, including obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. When I have a bad night's sleep, or I didn't sleep at all, or I just had a few hours sleep, the next day I would feel really bad. It felt like I would have headache. It felt like somebody is like doing this to my brain. And I either want to binge eat, or I don't have appetite at all, and my stomach wouldn't feel very well. And that being said, what happens after that? Everybody can imagine. Your motivation goes down, your productivity goes right down, and you're just gonna lie on your bed and do nothing for the rest of the day. And that's what would happen if I don't have, the energy to actually do the stuff I need to do. And that certainly wouldn't be a good start of the day too. And in my opinion, how you start your day is extremely important. It's extremely important to set the right mood, to set the right energy after you woke up. If you wake up feeling dizzy, feeling so tired, then you're probably gonna feel the same for the entire day. So what can you actually do to improve your sleep then? Number one is to have a regular sleeping schedule, because each of us have our own biological sleeping schedule, and our body will actually know when to go to bed and be tired and you will starting to feel tired and sleepy at that time, because you go to bed every day at that point. And that helps people to fall asleep more easily, rather than you're sleeping at 10 one day and 2 in the morning one day, and then 3 maybe you're gonna feel tired also, no matter how much hours you slept, because you're messing around with your biological clock. Number 2, make your bed a place to sleep. So this is obvious. You're like, oh, what are you talking about? The thing I'm saying here is never use your phone. So set boundaries. So if this is a place for you to rest, to sleep, then you should not put anything that's distracting near your bed or on your bed even. And if you have this habit of keeping your phone out of your bed, then your brain will actually knows that. You're also training your brain, training your body, training yourself that once you're on bed, you will be ready to rest, ready to sleep, ready to have a good rest without any distraction at all. So it's also like a habit training for your brain, for your system, for your whole system actually. Number 3, exercise. There are studies to show that exercise does help you to fall asleep more quickly and improves sleep quality. I'm looking at my notes, yes. It's not in my brain. So apparently everybody knows that exercise is good. Exercise helps you with the blood circulation, especially if not too active in the daytime. You probably wouldn't feel too tired at night, and exercise helps you to ease your energy out. The last one, number 3, is to tidy up. This one is inspired by this favorite book of mine, one of my favorites that's absolutely life-changing for me, which is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I'm not going to go into details of how this book has made me to change, but if you are interested in learning about my journey, I will be sharing about my journey related to this book and how I've transformed kind of through after reading this book, and how this book has helped me to declutter my life. So subscribe. Okay, so let's do a short summary of what this book is actually about. So Marie Kondo is the founder of this KonMari method. This method is a method to declutter your space, and the idea that this method is suggesting is decluttering your things actually helps to declutter things that's going on with your life. And it believes that your personal space actually defines how your state of mind is. When things are kind of messy, I feel myself to be distracted and feel annoyed more easily. And versus when things are really getting into place, really tidied, I find myself to be able to concentrate more. Like if my desk is tidy, I'm less likely to fiddle around, this old random receipt that's put on my table and look at that, what did I buy? Things like that. So in general, having a tidy working space or personal space is helping with my mood. And when I see the things are tidied up versus, things are all over the place, my mood will automatically be better. I will feel more lifted. I will feel more energized to work in a clear and clean space. Life truly begins when you put your house in order. So that's it for today. Thanks for being here and listening. I'll see you next time. Alright, let me check if this is recorded. My goodness. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi. Hello. Got you working finally. Oh my god. Okay, you're working. You're working. Alright. Okay, let's get back.